Welcome to Booze and Glues, a justifiable excuse for two friends to spend time together, cross crafts off their to-do list, and, of course, drink. With glue guns and wine glasses at the ready, join Jessye Shepherd and Tabitha Davis as they attempt to simultaneously chat, craft, chug and charm. Will they consume alcohol? Definitely. Will they actually accomplish anything? Debatably. Will they bitch and complain? Inevitably. Will it be a bloody good time? Absolutely. And if things don't turn out just as planned, well, that's okay too. Because booze.
Hello, it's time to fucking craft.
Hey, people.
Booze and Glues, we're back.
We are back. You didn't know we were gone, but we've been gone.
We've been gone. My life's been slightly crazy.
Life is crazy.
And Ty was on vacation.
And then my life's been a little crazy.
We got lots of
stuff.
We got lots of stuff to tell you all about.
And we are coming to you live from Jesse's
new house.
Brand new house.
It ain't no brand new house. It was built in the 30s. But it's my brand new house.
It also isn't really going to be live.
It's not going to be live.
It's live to us now.
We just lied a whole lot.
We're coming to you recorded from Jesse's old house that she just bought.
I just bought it. And it's hot as balls.
Oh my god. I saw like a little picture today a friend of mine had, and it was like, here's the earth and here's the sun, and then like there's like a little arrow and it says Chico right next to the sun.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, pretty much.
I saw a thing about Phoenix, Arizona. It's like 119 today.
Yeah. I just think my brother and sister-in-law lived down there a couple summers ago. They went through that.
Just when you think you got it bad, there's somebody that's got it worse.
It's true.
Is Phoenix as humid?
No, it's like drier heat for sure.
Which would be nice. And it's not even normally that humid here, but for some reason...
It is uber humid.
This heat right now is making me sticky.
Your front yard is like a jungle.
I feel like I'm at the rainforest.
It's crazy.
And especially, so we have like this little wall AC. We don't have central heating and air.
Which is why we're sweating our asses off.
Key point, no central air. I don't even care about the heaters.
It's only 110 out.
It's really freaking hot outside. And this little heater we have just doesn't cut it.
The air conditioner.
Oh, air conditioner we have.
It's so delirious.
It feels like a heater.
That's true.
So, yeah, it makes the living room, like, livable.
Right.
But the rest of the house...
It moves there around in there.
Yeah.
But...
I try to get fans going in the hallway. It just...
Yeah.
Doesn't like it.
This is exactly how... Because I used to live in a really old house that was kind of... Each section is cordoned off by a doorway. Like, they don't have open floor plans.
Yeah.
You know? And that we did the same thing, only it was in Chester in the freezing cold. And we had a wood stove in the front that would, cook you out of the living room.
Right.
But then, and we'd do the same thing, fans in every doorway trying to get, swear to God, there would be ice on my toilet, which was the farthest room back in my bathroom in the wintertime. Like...
That's insane.
So, I feel ya.
Yeah, we put the swamp cooler on like during the poor dog, because we haven't really gotten the backyard figured out where he can be. I mean, not that he really wants to be outside during the day either in 110 degree heat,
coming in and out as he pleases, or whatever. Yeah. And
so we haven't gotten that quite figured out, so he's still like in his crate during the day, and so I just do whatever I can to keep him. I got the fan on him. We got the swamp cooler going. I got some windows open so that
sucks the air.
Funnels through, but if it's already humid, swamp coolers make it more humid.
Right.
So it's sticky in here. I can't even do my hair and makeup in the morning because like my face is just
like melts. You look like the Joker by the time you get to the car.
I even tried to curl. I tried to curl my hair this morning and got like halfway done. I was like, this isn't working.
Not even
like it a little bit.
So yes, we are.
So it's one new thing
in your old new house.
So
which is really exciting.
My old new house is very, very exciting.
We're not crafting tonight.
No, not on the...
For the podcast.
On the live.
Because we're going to craft on the house later.
Yes.
We're going to do some...
And I was thinking we would craft on the house, but I just need that filing cabinet done. So she says when you buy a new house, you get just shitloads of paperwork.
Oh my gosh. And I have to keep this paper and this.
It's like insane.
Yeah.
And it's all super important stuff, too. It's not even...
full of...
Yeah. It's not even like the kind of stuff I can lose.
Right.
And we're in the middle of a freaking move. I don't know how people don't lose their super important papers while they're moving. But... Yeah. So I need a place to put the files.
Well, that I consider that house crafting.
Yeah.
Because we're getting stuff done.
Yeah, so I bought a big, ugly file cabinet.
I don't think file cabinets ever come, like...
Beautiful.
Cute.
You can buy, like, the wood ones.
Yeah, but
the ones that are, like, $400 or $500 or more.
So expensive.
No, thanks.
But it's not cute.
Yeah.
It's like my grandma's old wood filing cabinet. I mean, they look the same across all time.
That's true.
But now when we get done with it...
Nope, it's going to be great. I'm going to do white, and then the hardware is going to be blue.
Oh, that'll be cute.
And I'm thinking, I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But I might do like a pattern in like a light gray, but Blake thinks it's not a good idea. So I have to figure out if I'm going to do it anyways.
I was going to suggest, I'm not sure what the front of it's like. Do you have like hardware, like label things, any of that? Are you going to keep those?
Yeah, those are going to be blue.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I've seen where they put a frame, like they stick a frame around on the front of it, and then you paint it. And then
I saw that.
Gives it different
a little dimension.
Yeah. Some cuteness.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, you can do whatever.
There's a lot of things we could do.
Yeah. My friend Kelly did her filing cabinet for her classroom, and she put she painted chevrons on the front, on the drawers. It was so cute.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking, is do like a little
something.
A little stencil, like on my coffee table.
Oh my gosh, I love your coffee table.
And then if I do it like a light gray enough that it's not like, ba-bam, look at me, I'm a pattern. It's just like a
subtle touch.
Oh.
Something a little different. I mean, if you're going to already repaint it, you might as well.
Go for it.
Yeah, you're doing the work, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
So that's what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be our craft. It's just not going to be broadcasted. Jessye has not had time for crafting lately. Because it's all about... I mean, I think you're crafting.
I mean, it's crafting on a very large scale.
Yeah, you're being creative.
Yeah.
And you're making things beautiful.
And I'm working very hard to be bold.
Do something different.
That gray is bold.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go with a lighter gray. And then I thought, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
This is my first house.
What kind of gray would you describe it as? So, living room, kitchen, at the hallway, everything's mainly gray.
Mainly. Yeah, mostly. I haven't decided.
That was my combo of mainly and mostly.
Yeah, I like it. Mainly.
Gray everywhere. Right?
Yeah.
With white trim.
Right.
And it pops. And it's glorious.
Yeah, and there's a lot of trim. That's the other reason why I decided to go darker gray. There's a ton of freaking trim in this house.
Every door frame, every window.
And it's not just like...
windows everywhere in the living room.
Yeah, it's not just like your standard, trim around the door like this one. Mm-hmm. It's, the inch and a half trim.
80s. It's big. It's like 4-inch trim, and
it's big.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's 5 huge windows in the living room. There's hardly a wall to even hang anything on because there's so many windows.
Put a couch or TV on.
So,
yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do a dark color. It's going to be fun.
I like it.
I like it, too.
It's really nice. It's cozy.
Yeah, and even in the kitchen, I thought I was going to make it seem smaller, but I don't think it did, so.
Yeah, I think it's good. Now, the room we're in right now is an unassigned guest room.
Yeah, it's the second room.
You're going to need to get, like, a Murphy bed.
I know.
Because, I don't know.
In my perfect world, I wanted to have another... Well, I mean, we needed another room just for life.
Get a trundle bed. So you can have a twin.
Do that.
And have it be like a couch during the day.
Yeah.
And then if people stay over, where it pulls another twin out.
Yeah, because I'd love to be able to host a baseball player. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
But you can't put a baseball player on a twin bed. Because they're mostly tall.
Yeah, that's true.
But you can't put anything bigger than a twin bed in this damn room.
Oh, you would not be able to walk around it.
So that might never happen, and that's fine.
No.
But then I gotta figure out...
Maybe you can just find one that sleeps standing up.
I could do that.
Like a horse.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Maybe you can host a horse.
Yeah. Our master bedroom is, like, large. It's the biggest room I've ever had. And I kind of wish that was even a little smaller and this was bigger. But, you take what you can get. It's my first house. It's cute. It's old. It's got lots of problems.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. My dad said he went and looked up in the attic and to see, like, the insulation, because obviously insulation helps when you're trying to keep a house cool.
Right.
And it's all knob and tube up there, so
Oh.
You can't do the spray and insulation.
Right.
So that's another thing we get to change, because also knob and tube's really not that safe or great.
Oh, yeah. Well, and yeah, you guys already have to redo roofs.
Yep.
And then, did he look and see what's going on with the ceiling in your living room?
No, we have.
It's kind of saggy.
We have not tackled that yet.
That's the next, like.
Yeah. Just.
Oh,
I'm
man.
trying to get to a point now. I was.
It's overwhelming. It's like
Yeah.
the list of things to do is just overwhelming.
It's so long. Yeah.
So you just need to this is what we need to do before we get moved in, and then this will be what we work on next.
Yeah, and I thought I was gonna get a lot more done before we moved in, but I'm realizing that's just.
It's a lot of work.
It's
It's time consuming work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need my life is like just insane right now, and I can't do that anymore. So I'm starting to move stuff in, and then we're gonna just like pick a project every weekend, and go from there.
So I was gonna ask you. So this room now it used to have like those weird overhead shelvy things. Your dad took those out.
Yeah, I didn't like those.
And it's got this built-in closet dresser situation.
It's interesting.
It's super interesting. I mean, that couldn't that be taken out?
Yeah.
Because then you could put a bed that way.
Right, but then there'd be no closet in here.
Baseball players don't need closets.
Do they not?
They just hang their uniforms on a hook.
Yeah, that's all they need, right?
The rest of the time they wear pajamas.
That's true.
Get a bed with the drawers underneath it. Boom. Dress your bed.
Dunzo.
I don't know. It's a thought.
Yeah, I got a year to figure that out.
Right.
This room is kind of, I think, just going to be up in the air until then, which is cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, you need, especially when you're like moving and getting things together, you need a room to like stack things.
Yeah.
Until.
Well, right now that's the
notice.
shed.
Right. But there'll be things that you want like closer access to that don't really have a home yet, I mean,
I know. I'm gonna
move
move in so slowly, which it's like my dream, because then I can make sure everything is like exactly where I want it.
Right.
Sometimes you move in and you feel so rushed and things are going where you're like, I don't really
4
like that
years
there.
later,
But
you go like, why the hell is my silverware in this drawer?
yes.
Because somebody unpacked it and put it in this drawer. I never wanted it in this drawer.
Yep.
And then you like have this like freak out kitchen rehaul moment. Yeah.
I mean, I try to avoid that, but it's gonna be just real slow, and that's fine.
Yeah, that works.
I'm okay with that. But Blake and I do need to start cooking because we're
Eating out all the time.
gaining lots of weight.
Yeah.
And all we're doing is losing water weight, sweating.
Right. You're tired and you're just like, I don't want to make food.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just eat whatever. I can't think about it. Yeah.
So, it's great, though. It's fun.
It's exciting.
It's a
really
dream
exciting.
come true.
Yeah. And, yeah, you have other great news.
I have other great news. I'm engaged.
It's so exciting.
It is so exciting.
I was like so jazzed.
And that's a pretty funny story. So we were here. It was the first Friday we were here. We were working on some stuff, and Blake put the ring on a carabiner on the dog's collar on Torpedo, my dog. Blake is my fiance now.
And finally, you're probably okay with the fact that Torpedo's last name is Barstow.
Finally, yeah.
Okay.
It's Torpedo Joe Barstow, which I've always been upset about because I'm like, that means it's your dog, not mine. I mean, not that my name has changed yet, but it will soon.
Oh, but you're laying claim.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Finally. So he put, all I saw was the carabiner on the dog's collar, and I was kind of grumpy. It was late. It was already like 10 o'clock at night.
It's summer. It's hot in Chico. Even if it's not 110, it's hot.
Yes. And I was like, why the hell is there a carabiner on the dog? And Blake's like, I don't know. I just found it. Why don't you take it off? And I'm like,
whatever.
I don't need to fucking take it off.
He's just automatically irritated. Like, what are you doing?
Like, whatever. He can have a dang carabiner on, right? And then I'm working, and the dog keeps coming, trying to see me. I'm like, get the hell away. I'm doing stuff. Get out of the way. You're in the way.
Was he sending him over the whole time?
Yes. He's like, I can't tell you how many times I was like, go see Mom. And then you were like, don't come see me. And I'm like, I sound just like the worst human telling this story. But it's kind of funny.
It is great.
So hours go by, like 2.5. And Blake had worked at 5 in the morning that morning.
It's already super late.
Yeah, so he'd been up like almost 24 hours.
Oh,
he's exhausted. I can tell he's like starting to not work much, which is pissing me off too. I'm like, can we please get stuff done so we can leave?
Yeah.
And then, so Blake was talking to the dog, trying to get him to sit down. We were messing with the dog. I'm sitting there staring at the dog, and I still don't see it. And I'm like,
you guys are delirious at this point. Blake's like probably like, I don't remember what I was doing with that.
So I'm like trying to get the dog to lay down. He won't lay down. And Blake's like, maybe he won't lay down because the carabiner is on his collar. And I'm like, then why don't you take the damn thing off? And he's like, why don't you take it off? And then I looked and I saw it finally, and I was like, oh my gosh, I like cried a little bit. I hadn't even grabbed it yet. I just hugged him and I like cried.
How sweet.
And yeah, so then we were engaged.
I love that he like used Torpedo as part of it.
I know, he's our baby.
He is. That's so sweet. And I think that it's a great story because that's how engagement stories really go.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I told Blake, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Obviously, you've been trying to do this for a long time. Because I was like, you don't seem very excited. Because he was so, like, just no affect.
It's been 4 hours.
Yeah, he's like, because I was excited a long time ago.
Yeah. He was all nervous and excited. Pretty soon he's just like, would you find the damn thing?
Yeah. So that happened.
Well, and I just kept thinking, like, how stressed was he every time Torpedo had to go out and pee? Or was he just, like, following around, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What an expensive collar you got on.
Yeah, I know.
That's so cute. I love it.
That happened.
I think I told you when Adam asked me to marry him that he tried to stop me on the beach. And I knew, I was like, oh, no, we're not doing this. You know, and I was just like, no, that's okay.
Why didn't you want to do it?
I don't know. I just had that
nervous?
Of like, people are gonna see us, and
everything
like, am I like super ready for this at this moment? You know, I mean, it was obviously a little bit different circumstances. I already had kids and gone through divorce and all that stuff. So like, I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this right now. Like, why are you making me do this? And he's just like, no, stop. And I was just like, I'm good. He finally just like grabbed my hand and like pulled me back. And there wasn't anyone in the like super near vicinity, but as we were walking back up the beach, a lady was like, oh my god, did you guys just get engaged? We're like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Can I take your picture for you? Like, she was like so nice.
That's sweet.
It was really cute. But yeah, she'd totally been like scoping the whole scene, you know, from afar. And I was, okay.
That's great.
I think that I also, like, we had a little bit of like, well, we were on vacation at Disneyland. So we like done like, you know, whole days of Disneyland is exhausting.
Right.
And we had one day off in between that we were just kind of like,
chill.
Go do stuff. Yeah. And so like slept and I was like kind of grumpy and just, yeah, same thing. It was like, but we went and had a really nice lunch. I think we'd gotten a little spat over something that morning, you know, but we went and had a nice lunch and like went out, and then I'm like, oh, no, you're going to do this now.
That's great.
It was really, yeah, it was cute though, but I totally remember being like, no, I'm good. Let's keep walking.
And he's like, no,
we're going to stop. So don't feel bad.
I know, I feel kind of bad. But at the same time, it's a good story.
It's a great story. Super funny.
And Tab has big news.
I do.
You got it?
Oh, I got a promotion. Yeah, I got the job. Yeah, so interviewed on last Tuesday. I had the day off because it was Adam and I's anniversary. We were going to San Francisco to watch baseball games. And I went via way of Sacramento so I could go do my job interview. They had told me that day that they were going to let us know, like, probably end of the week. I went back to work on Thursday and was kind of, okay, when's this going to come? Anxious and stuff. And then I got an email, like, at about 10 in the morning, and my boss was like, hey, can you call me maybe at lunch? And I was like, oh, okay. So then, like, the next hour and a half, I was just like,
that's not cool.
Wreck. Yeah, I was so stressed out. So I, like, walked out of the clinic and went, called her on my cell phone. And then, she told me that they wanted me to take the position and was going to send me an offer letter and everything. And
cool.
So, yeah, I officially started on Monday. So, yeah, and I didn't work on Friday. It was my last Friday off with the boys, which just makes me a little sad, but...
That is kind of sad.
Yeah, so, that was exciting, and I've had 2 days so far. So far, so good.
It's beautiful.
It's pretty funny. I don't really feel like anything's different except that everyone's, like, watching me, because I'm just doing the things I always did.
Yeah.
We had a guy kind of lose his junk at lunch yesterday. He was, like, not happy. Hollering and stuff, and it was actually not the patient, it was someone who was with the patient who was upset, probably because the hour that he'd been waiting, he sat in his car, and he came in and his face was like so red it was almost purple, and he was
like, we have a lovely waiting room with air conditioning.
I'm like, dude, please, you're gonna like have a stroke or pass out or something. Like, so I'm gonna like chill out, have some cold water. I got him a snack, and like he calmed down and everything was fine. By the time he left, he like apologized, shook my hand, it was good. But yeah, I was just like,
he makes people crazy.
It does. It really does. Yeah, people get kind of wild. And today was a weird day too. Just patients are grumpy, and
especially in like a medical setting, it's people's.
You don't like be there anyways.
Yeah.
It's not like you're like, oh, I'm here to have fun and it's hot. It's like, I don't even want to be here and it's hot. I mean, our building stays pretty cool, but by the end of the day, even with the air conditioning running all day, it's 80 inside, and you can't get it any cooler.
I got kind of mad at my doctor a couple weeks ago. I wouldn't even call my doctor, because I don't have like a doctor since I turned 21. They kicked me out of my kid doctor. And I've never found like an adult doctor since, right?
You're like, but why won't the pediatrician take me anymore?
But I like you. And
they're really like the suckers.
They're like, we kept you after 18. Like, I didn't even live in town. It's not like I ever even went there, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so when I had this TB thing, I just found somebody that could help me quickly. And
well, and I know you've been talking to the,
the public health nurse.
Yeah, the infectious disease lady, and she's kind of like a little more on the ball.
A little more on the ball, but I mean, she can't get me anything.
She can't really do too much about it.
So I had my 3-month checkup with this. She's not even a doctor. She's like a RN that works under a doctor is who I ended up going to see.
She's like a PA or a NP.
Yeah, I don't know what her letters are. I'm sure she did a lot of school for them, and I'm sorry that's disrespectful, but so I went back for my 3-month appointment.
It's your liver.
Right. I went back for my 3-month appointment. I had all these questions because the public health nurse kept saying, well, did she do this? Did she do this? Did she take your liver baseline test or whatever? I'm like, no, she's not doing any of this. So I was going to ask her all these questions. So, why didn't she do this? Why didn't we do this? Can we do something? Make sure my liver's okay. And then, so I go in, I check in. Nobody says, when you check in for an appointment, isn't that when the front desk is supposed to double check that you have an appointment?
Right, verify.
And check you in for it, right? So I go up to the front, I check in. And I'm sitting there waiting. I know a lot of times doctors take a long time. I'm trying to be very patient. Yeah. My appointment was at 8:15. It's now 8:45. Nothing. Then, so I see my lady. She comes out and she calls a different name at like 8:55. And that lady goes back, and I'm like, wait a second. That lady came in after me.
Right.
So I go up to the front, and I'm like, I said, maybe she had an appointment before me.
Right. Things are behind. I'm just checking.
I'm checking. And they're like, we don't have you on the schedule.
after you checked in.
You could have fucking told me that when I checked in for my appointment. And I'm like, let me pull out my schedule card. So I pulled it out right day, and she's like, well, we just changed systems, and we didn't get all the appointments over.
Okay.
It's like,
and
no apology. No, not like I'm so sorry. This has happened a couple times.
I mean, we have that happen occasionally, and we're
I
like,
get it.
Oh, we made a mistake. I'm sorry. We'll put you in and get to see things again.
New systems are awful. I get that. But
we've all been through
the
that.
way she was saying it was like it wasn't their fault. Like
no responsibility.
Yeah. No apology. I think that's kind of what frustrated me.
Yeah.
You couldn't even say, like, we're super sorry, this is a bummer.
That's, like, the big thing, too. I mean, just taking responsibility and, like, putting that on yourself. Like, yeah, it's uncomfortable or whatever, but that goes so far with customer service.
Right.
Like,
because I get it. New systems are a pain in the butt, and there's a person that's got to sit there and transfer over all the appointments from one to the other. I get it. I understand.
And mistakes happen.
But when I check in, let me know I'm not on the thing, and so I'm not sitting there for 45 minutes.
And then take ownership for, I'm so sorry, we're trying to correct the situation.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this has been happening. We'll take care of you.
Right. So they got me in to see this other random dude, because they're like, he's got an opening right now. Is that cool? I'm like, I guess that's fine. He doesn't know anything about me, but I'm here.
Neither does the other way.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm here. Let's do it.
How informed is she on the situation, really?
Right. So I go in, he's like, I've never had a TB case before. Let me do some research in the back. I'll be right back. I'm like, cool. And he comes back. He's like, yeah, I just really don't know any of this. He's like, but you should have had liver tests, but they can be done within the first 3 months. But I'm like, at my 3rd month. Right. And he's like, I'm going to get you a referral to the infectious disease doctor.
Right.
And I'm like, there's such a thing?
Yeah.
And he's like,
there's one in every county at least.
Yeah. So he refers me to them. I get a call from them. They don't have an appointment until the end of August. I'm going to be done with treatment at the end of August.
Nuts.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, no, thank you. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm sure. All my questions, I'm either going to be dead or I'm going to be done with the treatment.
Right.
At that point. Like, let's be real.
I tell you what, schedule me an appointment. If I don't answer, it's because I died.
Right.
So
then I called that public health nurse who's been so helpful, and I'm like, how come, like, I would have happily waited 3 months at the beginning of this process.
Before you started your treatment?
Before I started this treatment, made sure that there was somebody that knew what they were doing helping me.
Yeah.
And she said, well, California's got this whole big thing where they're trying to get all doctors to be able to treat these non-active TB cases because they don't require a lot.
Right.
And so I get that. And she's like, so we're encouraging them to take those cases. I'm like, okay, but then she didn't do any of these liver baseline tests.
So you're a guinea pig.
Right.
And if you're encouraging them to take the cases, then you should also be encouraging them to learn what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. So she's like, well, yeah, unfortunately they don't always use us as a resource like they should. Okay. I said, I get this. I'm happy to have all the doctors know about this thing.
It's like being in a teaching hospital. Like, people have to learn somewhere.
Yeah. I said, but what if I was the 1 in 1,000 people taking these meds that got liver disease and died?
That was it.
We could have caught it had I been getting liver tested and whatnot.
Now, even if they don't have like a baseline test from you now, could they not be testing and see that your levels are way out of whack and be like, because I mean, at the point that you have liver disease and you're going into like failure, that's got to show up.
Yeah. Well, then probably I could, but I don't want to go back to this place.
Then.
And
I don't know.
I probably could, but
your doctor probably doesn't know.
Right. So I just told the lady, I'm like, I get it. I said, but you got to remember, like, this is my life.
Right.
It's not
a case to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's just the only thing that seems kind of screwed up about this whole thing. I'm like, a pill a day is hard to remember all the time. So I've missed like, I think 6 days. And I told the lady that, because she's like, oh, you should be like at your 3rd month, like tomorrow or something. And I'm like, well, I missed a couple days. So I'm like a few behind. And she's like, oh, that's fine. They give you 12 months to finish it. As long as you finish the 6 months within 12 months, you're fine. And I'm like, so she's like,
why would you want to drag it out?
I know. So she's like, you're doing way better than a lot of people. I'm like,
okay. Great information.
Cool. I'm glad I'm not going to die because I missed a couple days.
Right? You're halfway.
I'm halfway.
Like,
we're getting there.
if it was a week or two ago, then you're halfway.
Yeah.
You're on the downhill slide.
Downhill.
You can start drinking these
Lovely margaritas.
sugar-free margaritas.
Woo!
Except I'm going to get some different sugar-free stuff because this one is no bueno. I'm not a fan. Yeah.
Do we have some other stuff we want to get out there so we can get out of this hot box?
Hot room. Yeah.
It's getting hotter by the minute.
I was going to comment. No, it has, it's increasingly.
Yeah.
Don't move. Just whatever you do. We don't want to create more body heat.
No breathing?
I actually have gotten to do some crafting in the last couple weeks because I crafted stuff for you.
I got presents!
Yeah. So.
These cute little pineapples. What is it called when you do that crochet? That's
Amigurumi.
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
They're adorable. Blake loves pineapples and everything beachy.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I do, obviously.
Pineapples feel beachy to me.
Tropical.
I don't know. Tropical.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Island.
Yeah.
He's an island boy.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's stoked about life that there's a palm tree in our freaking front yard.
Oh, yeah. He has that, tan skin where
totally.
he looks like he's a total island boy.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him Island Boy from now on.
Island
He has
Boy.
a new nickname.
Yeah. He loves pineapples, so.
Yeah. Well, and pineapples are great. So, traditionally, they've always meant, welcome.
Oh!
So, if you look at a lot of, old furniture, chairs, they'll be carved in, into dining room chairs and different things. Because it's a symbol of welcoming. So,
Love it.
hosting and all that stuff. And
Okay.
so I was like, I want to make them pineapples, welcome to your new home.
I love that.
And so that's kind of.
I love that.
Plus, I know Blake really enjoys.
And he really does, yes.
Yeah.
I know she walked in also with a doormat with pineapples. I was like, Blake, look.
So exciting.
Because I don't really like the one that we have with pineapples. I like the one you got us better.
Nice.
So now I'm going to replace it.
Well, it's really funny because I went to go buy a pillow at Bed Bath & Beyond, and as we were wandering through the store, because you have to
Of course. You have to look at
they
everything.
trek you through Timbuktu to get a pillow. You have to do the round. It's mastery store building.
There's people that are paid money to do it.
Yeah. I get it back around to I'm finally getting back to the front so I can go check out. And we go by doormats, and I was like, I need to come here and look for doormats because they had cute ones. And I had been on the hunt a while back for one. I found one at Target I like, but I'll need another one. It's Chico. It's hot. The sun beats right in my front porch.
Yeah.
They fade so fast. It's crazy.
And people walk on them.
You're lucky that you don't face that direction. You don't face south.
That's true.
Ugh, rough.
It's pretty shady on our
Yeah.
street, actually. It's
Nice.
lovely. But it
You
does
have a covered porch, and you're facing the right way, so
Yeah.
all good.
all good.
All good things. But yeah, I saw the little pineapples, and I was just like,
Perf.
Adam was like, what? I'm like, we have to buy this. I need it. Yeah.
And then
Jessye got her very own casserole dish that she hasn't seen yet.
I'm so excited because there's casserole in it, and you can't see the etching, but
I
I'm
know.
sure it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it was fun.
What's on it?
Oh, so I put, do you remember when I awkwardly asked you the other night, when are we going to do the wedding,
Oh, yeah.
Because I was trying to find information.
Okay.
So I put a big B, a
Love
split
it.
monogram, so it says Barstone in the middle.
Love it.
And it says established 2018.
Love
Because
it.
you were like, next year.
It's good. It's happening.
And then Blake's like, maybe the one after that. And you're like, no, next year.
We're getting married.
So, and I found you a cute, swirly, but not too floofy frame thing to put around the edge, so I did that.
Love it.
So, yeah.
I'm so excited
And then
to see
to
it.
make it a present for Blake, too, I filled it with tuna noodle casserole.
And he loves that.
He was like, what's on his face was hilarious.
It's great. It's so great.
Unfortunately, it's way too hot to turn on an oven.
Yeah.
So it'll have to get frozen or held onto. I think it's supposed to dip under 100 this weekend.
Maybe.
That'll be
Maybe
great.
this weekend will be great.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna call it because we're sweating to death. We're losing.
It's
water
cooler in the
weight.
living room.
It's much cooler in the living room. And we're gonna go spray paint stuff
Yeah, we are.
and eat pizza.
And eat pizza.
So
We love you all.
We love you all.
Needed to keep you informed about our lives.
That's what's going on.
That's really what this episode was about.
Yeah, we'll post pictures when we get the filing cabinet done, of course.
Yes.
So
I'll even post pictures of my cute house.
We'll post pictures of the cute house. We can post pictures of pineapples and the casserole.
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, follow us on the social medias. Find us anywhere. Booze and Blues. Spell it out.
No ampersand.
No ampersand. And thanks for joining us, and we will be back. See you later.
Bye. Keep on crafting. What did Blake say? Craft on, bitches.
I love that. Craft on, bitches. And he's like, well, don't craft on, bitches.
But
craft on.
Craft on.
Bitches.
There's a comma in there that's a really important grammatically.
Punctuation's important.
It is.
All right, I'm going to keep drinking. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Oh, yeah, don't forget.
Oh, my gosh, it's been too long.
So bad.
Hey, what's going on? This is Blake. I'm here with Booze and Glues. Let's get fucking wild.